Hello and welcome to FPL, mate. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dan, and today it's time for a double Game Week 19 stream. I can't believe it. Our first double Game Week of the year, or the season, should I say. And how exciting. I mean, I say how exciting, how crazy is it all been, hasn't it? Everything changing so very quickly. Some teams have lost their double game week, some teams have gained their double game week, and if your name's Everton, then you don't have a game week at all this game week. They will not be playing this game week. So it's gone absolutely loopy doopy diddly do. But, you know, we like FPL for the craziness, I suppose. I mean, normally I like it when it's a little bit more predictable, because it's easier to get a nice score and guarantee yourself points if it's predictable, and you know, you can start predicting, make some predictions, start planning for things. That's obviously gone down the drain. Proverbial, of course. Got my blackcurrant squash today. Don't worry about that. Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing okay. Who have we got? We've got any members in the chat today? We've got Sophie Watts. Good morning. Dan Cross, our good old mod here. Viram Shah. Rishav Banwari. Sorry, I've not woken up long ago, so excuse my poor reading skills. I probably should have gone to bed a bit earlier, ready for the new game. But I'm in fine spirits still. I'm really excited about the double game week, to be honest. I've made my transfers already, as you guys may know from my video that I posted yesterday, which got loads of views, by the way. I thought I posted that fairly late, and I thought probably no one's going to watch that, but apparently they did. Olivier, BS, Epic Nick, Corey. Hi guys. So I took out Kyle Walker-Peters and put in John Stones. I took out Zaha and put in Kevin De Bruyne. So yeah, loads of Man City additions. We've got Ethan Fernandez, Mohit, Adam, Kayose. The usual suspects are here today. So yeah, basically, I think we will answer just questions pretty much for the next hour. I don't know if I want to talk about my team too much. I mean, I could have a little rant. I could have a little complain about the fact that I started this transfer window, if you want to call them, you know, FPL transfer windows, with 4 players from Leeds and Southampton. I thought I was going to get Kyle Walker-Peters, Che Adams, Rafinha and Bamford all on double game weeks. But it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. It really wasn't to be. So yeah, I'm going to start off, guys, by answering a question that you guys will know I answer every single game week. But this time might be a slightly different answer. So every game week you guys ask me, should I triple captain blank? Should I triple captain De Bruyne? Should I triple captain Fernandes? Should I triple captain Salah? And every single game week I say no. But today, I'm saying maybe you should. I'm just going to move my mic. You might have to turn me down a little bit because I'm going to move my mic closer to my mouth because I know that will improve the audio quality a little bit. So you might need to turn me down a little bit as I move that close to my face. Apologies for that. But yes, maybe you should triple captain someone today. Now, right, got to be very clear. I'm not going to be doing it. There's no chance I do it. If I'm honest, I'm looking at my team and the players that I have, and the captain options for me really is Salah, Bruno Fernandes, and KDB. You guys might have slightly different triple captain options, but I imagine it'll probably centre around those guys who are the guys you'd be confident about triple captaining. You know, you could take a punt on, you know, I mean, I've seen a few people saying they want to take a punt on Soucek for captain, for example, Antonio. Perhaps we'll talk about some differential captains very shortly, but in terms of triple captains, when we're using our triple captain, I would go for one of the main premium players. Remember, the triple captain is your differential, so you don't need to pick a differential captain and triple captain them. That seems a little bit of an unnecessary risk, if I'm honest. So I would be really looking at Salah, Fernandes, De Bruyne, maybe Sadio Mane if you've got him. I know not so many of you will have Sadio Mane, but maybe you could look at him. I think outside of that, I'd probably not triple captain anyone. I'll go for one of those four players. Whether you should do it or not is kind of a difficult question, because what you're doing is you're playing the old stick or twist game. That's the kind of situation that you find yourself in. So, oh blimey, is that okay? Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine. No, it's not. That's annoying. Guys, my lighting, I put an old t-shirt over my light box to try and diffuse it. It's a poverty setup I've got over here. It proves that anyone could make FPL videos though, right? Anyway, so let's kind of consider Salah, Fernandes, De Bruyne, Mane. It's a stick or twist situation. What you're basically saying is, do I think this is going to be the best pair of fixtures that one of these premium players is going to have? Do I think that in the future, I'm going to find myself with a premium player with better double fixtures than this? And I'm kind of looking at this. I'm thinking Salah and Mane, they've got Manchester United. It's an okay fixture. Burnley, okay, yeah, pretty good fixtures, but Liverpool aren't in amazing form right now. I look at Manchester United and Bruno Fernandes. They've got Liverpool away, not great. Fulham away, which is kind of proven to be not great recently. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, with Bruno Fernandes, I probably expect that maybe, you know, he might have a better double game week fixture at some point in the future. I look at Manchester City. I look at De Bruyne. Crystal Palace at home, Aston Villa with all their COVID crises, you know, this is probably the most likely player I would be to triple captaining. I do kind of like Crystal Palace at home and Aston Villa at home, but I still can't help shake the feeling that I might get a better option down the line. Do I stick or twist? I think I twist on this personally. Now, I don't mind this home against Crystal Palace, home against Aston Villa, but Manchester City are not exactly scoring a lot of goals at the moment, so I don't know necessarily that this is going to be a huge score anyway. I think if I'm going to triple captain someone, I'm probably more likely to be going for either Man City in the future when they're perhaps scoring a few more goals, Liverpool in the future when they're perhaps scoring a few more goals, or, to be fair, if Manchester United or Spurs, for example, had a really good pair of double fixtures right now, then I'd perhaps seriously consider it. I'd probably go for it. But the fact is, Manchester City, Liverpool, not scoring a huge amount of goals. Manchester United, okay, they are scoring a few more goals than the other teams, but they haven't got an amazing fixture. So for me, it's twist. It's twist. There's probably going to be, you know, 2, 3, maybe even more potentially double game weeks in the future. Therefore, I'm happy to wait and see if something better comes along. But like I said, De Bruyne I think actually is not a bad shout for a triple captain if you want to go for that. But outside of that, I probably wouldn't be risking it, to be honest. It's a risk. That's the thing. It's a risk, and it could pay off, but it is a risk. So that's kind of where I stand on triple captains. You can do it. It's risky. KDB is the player I'd be most comfortable with triple captaining, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait and see if there's a better game week in the future to do it, because I think there genuinely could be. Anyway. What other main questions will there be? Oh, by the way, Emiliana Riandia. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I hope that's pronounced correctly. Welcome to FPL Mates membership. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. If anyone else wants to join as a member, by the way, guys, and current members as well, we've got a Neil Morpay emoji that I made and added in this week. So if you want to find Neil Morpay in your emoji list, members can do that now, if you fancy it. If you fancy it. Anyway, right. So another question that I think is gonna be asked, and I've not properly read the chat yet. Unfortunately, I will get to it. Sorry, I like to have a little waffle at the start to try and cover, I think, the main topics. I do like to do that. Also, we've doubled our viewers since the start of the stream, so perhaps I will have to go over the triple captain stuff again later on in the stream. That's absolutely fine. Nice to see those more pace fill in the chat as well. Anyway, so the other question I think a lot of you are going to be asking is kind of injuries. You're going to be asking about Fabianski. I'm guessing. I'm guessing you're asking about Fabianski. So Fabianski he literally posted a picture of himself yesterday in training. He is, he's back in training. He's ready to go. He's really very much, he's going to be, I really think he's going to be fine. So I know Fabianski, he is carrying a yellow triangle of doom, if you like, but I would be pretty confident that he is going to play this game week in both of those fixtures. So could be actually a really, really nice West Ham defensive player to play. I did sort of say earlier in the week, I can't remember which video it was, but if you're doubling up on West Ham's defence, I don't think it's a bad game week to do that at all. West Ham actually do have some decent fixtures in the short term as well. So Fabianski, absolutely fine. If you fancy him in your team, if you already have him in your team, that's fine. That's something you could be confident in. I think there's no issue with that. Why not? Why the devil not? Who else has got an injury that's kind of made high profile? DCL, Ings, they're not going to be playing. We've got Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney, to be fair, could play. He could play. In fact, I think he's likely to play. I think he didn't play in last game week, sort of a very precaution. It was labelled as a precaution, wasn't it? So that kind of suggests to me that it's sort of a one-off just to be safe, and then back to normal for Kieran Tierney. So yeah, okay, I think that's going to be okay. A lot of people will probably be asking about Villa and their COVID situation. I can't answer that one, unfortunately. I think we're all equally in the dark. There's been rumours flying about, but I don't want to tell you anything. There's been rumours that Martinez was one of the players who did have COVID. I don't think the COVID situation at Villa is as bad as people are making it out to be. Mostly because, the stat, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something like 14 people at Villa have COVID. But I think sort of, that included members of staff as well. So it's not all going to be their first team players. And also, that was a little while ago now. So by the time Villa play their first fixture, which isn't until Wednesday, I think Villa play their first of their two fixtures. They could actually find themselves in a better situation, and that is why the fixtures have been laid out this way, in the hope that things will be slightly better for Villa. So why not? Anyway, thank you very much, Tom96, for becoming a member as well. If you guys want to become a member, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe one of the current members or a mod can tell you how to become a member, but I'm pretty sure there should be a button next to subscribe that says join, and you just got to click on that. And the button that says join is Either you can either find it on the video maybe, or on my channel. If you're on your phone, I think it's a little bit more difficult to get to. But maybe there's a way. Maybe someone can enlighten us in the chat. But anyway, let's answer a few questions. What we got in the chat? Okay. Is KDB a must? Okay, that's a good question to start with. I think he's most. If I was to predict the highest scoring player of the week, and we all know it is impossible to predict the highest scoring player in the week because we'll have someone like Michael Keane get 14 points. Except that won't happen this week because Everton don't play. But you know, there'll be some random player, Balbuena or someone, who will just randomly get 25 points or something. Now that's not a recommendation to buy Balbuena. I'm just saying there's often a random player that scores really well. But if I was to take a little guessy guess of who I think is going to be the top scoring player this game week, I would say De Bruyne is going to be that guy. So I'm not saying he's essential, but I would not want to go without him. And I'm also very confident in captaining him as well. He's also got some nice fixtures in the next 3. In fact, let's have a look at this. Because, when you're thinking about players that you have in your team, De Bruyne is a player that I'd really want in my team this game week, and that's why I've got him in my team this game week. That's why I transferred him in this game week. But also, if it'll load, we've got 3 really nice fixtures after that. West Brom, Sheffield United, and Burnley. So this is something that we kind of look forward to as well. Part of the reason why I've gone double Man City defence as well, by the way, guys, is that run of 3 games after the double game week. West Brom, Sheffield United, and Burnley. You would say that's 3 for 3 clean sheets, right? They could even go 5 for 5 out of these, including the 2 fixtures this game week. 5 for 5 clean sheets. So possible with the defensive form that Manchester City find themselves in right now. So yes, is Kevin De Bruyne essential for this game week? Essential is probably the wrong word to use, but he is likely to be an important player this game week. I'll tell you that for sure. I'll tell you that with a degree of confidence. We've got a new member. I think I just saw a new member. Yes. No, it's a super chat. Thank you very much, Stanis, for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Deadpool says, talk about Werner. I don't know if I should. You know what? To be fair, Werner, as he's got a double game week, he might do a little bit better. But am I ever going to be confident in Werner? Not really. He's just not finishing his chances. He's not been great, has he? Let's be honest. Chelsea fans will probably know as well as anyone else that it's been disappointing for Werner. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but in FPL we want players who are consistently returning or likely to start returning, and I'm not sure that is suddenly going to happen on it's more likely to happen on a double game week, but I don't think it's suddenly guaranteed or anything like that. Anyway, we've had a few super chats in a row there. Thank you very much, guys. Let's try and let's go through them all. So Kazima says, should I bench boost Johnston, Kyle Walker-Peters, Adams, Bamford for a -4 without KDB, or should I get KDB for -4 instead? Okay. Johnston, Kyle Walker-Peters, Adams, and Bamford. Would I be massively confident in that bench? I don't know. If all of your starting 11 have double game weeks, and it's only those 4 that have single game weeks, then actually that looks quite nice. I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, yeah, there could be some points there. That particularly if you've got a lot of double game week players as well, then you know what? That's actually a pretty good bench boost for a -4. I don't think if you're bench boosting with that kind of a strong bench, Bamford, a strong player. Kyle Walker-Peters could easily get a clean sheet against Leicester. I'm not saying it's guaranteed to happen, but yeah, Kazema. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, I like that. I like the bench boost. I think that's the one I would be going for. And then we've got Darshan. Thank you very much for the super chat as well. Vardy, Grealish, and Bailly, or Cancelo, Salah, and Brewster bench. Already have Stones, Sofal, Justin, Bruno, or who we got here? Son, Antonio, and Bamford, if no Bailly. Interesting. Yeah, Vardy, Grealish, and Bailly, or Salah, Brewster. No, I prefer Cancelo, Salah, and Brewster on the bench. That's what I prefer out of those two. So I'd go for that, man. Sophie Watts, thank you very much for the super chat, Sophie. Nice to see you here today. When is the next double game week likely to be? I'd like to start planning for that. Well, next double game week is going to likely be in game week 26, so not actually that far away. It's game week 26. We can start planning for that pretty soon. There are some predictions of what the fixtures might be, but nothing is actually set in stone quite yet. And I think things are going to depend a little bit on cup results as well. So I would recommend, if you are really into trying to figure out what the next double game week is likely to be, I recommend following on Twitter a guy called Ben Krellin. A few of you will know about Ben Krellin already, I'm sure, but he's really the fixture guy. So if you're really looking to try and predict the fixtures, he's the guy you want to follow. He usually gets it spot on. But it's going to be game week 26 where the next big double game week is going to be, and I believe there's a blank game week in game week 29 as well. So, yeah, we can start planning, but I would be wary about planning. Like, guys, I took out Grealish and put in Rafinha. I took out sort of some other players. I brought in Bamford. I brought in Adams, all within the last few game weeks, because I thought all of these guys were going to have double game weeks. And it turns out all of them now have single game weeks because things change so fast. So, as much as I want to say, yes, plan for the next double game week, be a little bit wary. Don't just buy players just for the double game week. Also buy them because you want them. You know, it's tough, particularly if you're trying to aim for a bench boost there, which is probably what I'll be doing, to be fair. It's tough. But yeah, that's the situation for yourself. In game week 26 is likely to be the next double game week. There could be a sneaky mini double game week. Maybe one team gets a double. You know, maybe that Leeds versus Southampton game gets rescheduled in the next couple of weeks or something like that. But the big one is game week 26 for the next double game week. Anyway, Christian Brock, nice to see you again. Thank you very much for the super chat, my man. Couldn't afford KDB without transferring out Son. Transferred in Werner. Interesting. Captain Bruno or Werner. Same defence, midfield. Grealish/KDB. Yeah, I mean, if you can't get KDB without transferring out Son, then maybe that's kind of a tough one. I still think I would consider doing that. Transferring in Werner is interesting, to say the least. Like I said earlier, I don't have a lot of confidence in Werner in general, but on a double game week, you know, you're doubling your odds, aren't you? You're doubling your odds. And if he can keep getting chances, maybe he puts one away. And, you know, if he does well in the first game and gives him a bit of confidence for the second game, you could be laughing. But I'm not enthused about Timo Werner. I have to be honest. And then captain Bruno or Werner, that's a straight decision for Bruno for me. I would definitely be captaining Bruno out of Bruno and Werner just because I trust Bruno a lot more. Particularly over 2 game weeks. I trust Bruno much more than I trust Werner. So that's who I'd be going for there. So thank you very much for you guys for those super chats. Really, really appreciate it. Helping support the channel. Really, really kind of you. Thank you guys. So anyway, let's get back to the normal chats. Let's see if there's any members chats first. Well, let's go to the members. So Olivia BS says Leeds and Southampton could have a double in game week 23. Yes, that's absolutely correct. I've also seen rumours of game week 22 where they could have a double game week. So yeah, like I said, this might be a mini double game week somewhere before game week 26, but 26 is the one we'll be aiming for. Kyoshi Sargo says Watkins, Wilson or Antonio for this double game week. I think they all carry their own risks. Watkins is probably the best option, but is he going to be affected by COVID? Maybe, but by the time he plays Newcastle, you'd hope that would be fine. Wilson is playing for a Newcastle team that is quite simply rubbish. I can't stress that enough. Newcastle just been really disappointing. And Antonio, I think, is a huge, huge risk. I don't think he is fit and ready enough to play 2 games successfully. I think he could potentially play in both games. Potentially. I'm not saying definitely. Potentially play in both games. But I don't think he can play well for 2 games. I don't think he's quite ready for that yet. If he will ever be ready. Because Antonio has a long history of not being able to play multiple games in a game week. You know, he has these niggling injuries that do affect him, unfortunately. He's just come back from fitness. So give him a chance. I don't think he's had enough of a chance. I wish he did, because I would be straight on Antonio. I love him as a player. I think he's fantastic. But I don't have the confidence that he's going to come straight back in and suddenly smash it. Can't see that happening. And quickly, Ethan Fernandez, should I bench Adams or Justin? I would bench Adams because Justin has a double game week. I mean, I hope Justin still has a double game week still. He does, right? Unless that's changed. Leicester have 2 fixtures, don't they? I've not even looked at Leicester. Yeah, they've got Southampton and Chelsea. Yeah, I would play Justin just for the double game week. I think he's worth just playing the double. Double your odds, if you like. Right. We've got a couple more super chats. So, Liam Healy, thank you very much. When is the ideal time to use the second wildcard? Well, I think I'm personally going to be using it in conjunction with my bench boost. Now, whether I bench boost into a whether I wildcard into a bench boost or wildcard out of a bench boost is a different question. So, the kind of situation that it's going to be is I'm going to either build a team, stock up my bench, ready for a bench boost, probably in game week 26. I'm either going to do that and then play a wildcard in game week 27 to reset my squad to something a bit more balanced than normal, or I'm going to play my wildcard before game week 26, so in game week 25, and I'm going to, build myself a nice bench boost on the wildcard. So it will be one or the other. I'm going to use them together. So that's kind of where I'm going to be using my wildcard in conjunction with my bench boost. I think that's a good plan. Daniel Sheeran says, do I take a -8 to bring in Stones or for Justin or Kyle Walker-Peters? No, I don't think so. I think in that situation, you just play Justin. I know, yeah, okay, Pereira is back, isn't he? But maybe Justin plays on the left, or maybe he plays at centre-back. I still think it's worth keeping. Yeah, rather than taking a -8, the -8 to swap a double game week player for another double game week player is something I probably wouldn't do. Taking a hit to take out a non-double game week player for a double game week player is something that's a little bit more reasonable, isn't it? Johnny Rock there, thank you very much for the super chat there. What are the chances of KDB being benched for one of the matches? I think there's a possibility, but don't underestimate the pressure that Manchester City find themselves in terms of trying to compete for, well, becoming the champions of the Premier League. They have sort of got, Liverpool, Manchester United, their City rivals, sort of competing with them, and Pep Guardiola is well aware of the challenge that they face right now in terms of trying to make sure that they are top of the table. I think it's going to be fine. I think De Bruyne is an essential player at Man City, and he is going to get minutes. There's a chance he gets benched for one of the matches, but overall, even if he gets benched, he will come on with 20-30 minutes to go, and we know how devastating a Man City player can be even when they come off the bench. They really can. So don't worry about it too much. It's not something you should be too concerned with, I don't think. Ramsey Unleashed, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Guys, I know there's a few super chats. I am going to try and catch up with them, guys. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Matthew Vaughan says, hi, mate. I'm on a free hit. I have Edison, Cancelo, Robertson, Chilwell, Creswell, KDB, Bruno, Salah, Rashford, Soucek, and Antonio with KDB captain. That's a pretty... Yeah, I mean, I was reading through that thinking, oh, God, I wish I had this team. Yeah, for a free hit, this is looking really tasty. Really tasty indeed, actually. The only kind of minor doubt I would say is, would I want Robertson? Would I trust Robertson? I'm not 100% sure I would. I like the midfield a lot. I would maybe... I don't know if it's possible for you to downgrade Robertson and maybe take Rashford to Mane. That is something I would probably maybe consider doing. And Antonio up front is kind of risky, but you're on a free hit. The rest of your team will probably do the business. I think you can afford to take 1 or 2 risks on a free hit. So yeah, I like it a lot, Matthew. That's really good, man. It's really good, and thank you very much for the super chat, Corey. I didn't know you were here, Corey. Welcome to the stream. £5 super chat. So thank you very much for that, Corey. Who is the best defender under 5.9 that has a double? I have triple Man City and West Ham. If you have triple Man City and West Ham, my mind immediately went to, well, I mean, to be fair, Man City, and then West Ham probably your second best option for defenders. We can have a quick look, though, for defenders outside of that. Who do I like the look of? Wolves have not got a double. Leeds haven't got a double. Brighton haven't got a double. Burnley, do they have a double? I don't think they do. No, they do, but one of them's against Liverpool, so maybe not. Fulham have horrible fixtures. Leicester have okay fixtures, to be fair. Yeah, maybe Chelsea is a team that you could go for. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Chelsea or Leicester. You could go for Aston Villa, but it's a bit of a risk because of the COVID situation. You could go for Manchester United. I don't know if I'd be fully confident with that. Manchester United, to be fair, have a nice few fixtures. So if you're kind of thinking a little bit longer term as well, maybe you go for a Manchester United defender. Luke Shaw or someone like that. At least you've got some attacking potential there. And or Eric Bailly, who's been in really good form. Yeah, something like that. It's difficult, though, because, yeah, like you've correctly identified, Man City and West Ham are the defenders we want to be looking at, really, today. I've got a really itchy nose. Sorry, guys. I'm not picking my nose. It's just really, really itchy. And Monum says, KDB triple captain or bench boost, Martinez, Dallas, Brewster and Anguissa. No, I'm not sure I like Martinez, Dallas, Brewster and Anguissa as a bench boost. Brewster and Anguissa are real bench fodder, aren't they? So they're not really players that are likely to score very well. Anyway, so probably not worth it. If you really want to triple captain KDB, then go for it. I am going to talk about the triple captain KDB situation again. I'll talk about it in about 10 minutes, I think, maybe 5 minutes, just because I know I did do a long speech about triple captains earlier on in the stream, but I know a few of you guys have recently joined us. So if you stick around for a bit, I will make sure I talk about some triple captains. But I do want to answer some more questions. Let's have a look, see if there's members' questions, anything interesting. And then we'll go to some just regular questions. Darren Wakefield, would you not rather play triple captain this week instead of towards the end of the season where teams are in Europe? I'm triple captaining KDB. No, I think I'd rather wait. I'll talk about that properly shortly. But yeah, I'd rather wait. Connor Brooks says Mahrez or Rashford, Foden or Grealish. Help, please. Rashford and Foden, I guess. But they're all four of those players are risky. Other than Rashford, is probably the safest pick. Yeah, it's a tough one. Rashford's probably the safest pick there, but they're all kind of risky in their own ways. Foden, you don't know if he's going to be playing two games in one game week. Although he plays well every time he plays. Grealish, you don't know if he has COVID. If he doesn't have COVID, then that fixture against Newcastle is mouth-watering. So maybe Grealish is a good shout there. Mahrez is always a risk, though, isn't he? Willie Anoxon says, is it a good choice to have Fernandes triple captain with fixtures Liverpool and Fulham? I don't know. I don't really like it personally. But I mean, you could. I don't think I would do that. But, you know, some people might actually do that. It's not something I'm fully confident in. Wella Boy HD says, hi mate, can you check my Insta DM, please? Let me try and log in because I don't actually use Instagram that much, to be honest. I do prefer Twitter, and my phone broke yesterday. I've had a nightmare week. I've had a really nightmare week. In FPL, bad game week. My phone broke yesterday. Been super busy in my day job, and my house move. I'm meant to be moving house. That's all fallen through. So, really stressful. Anyway, let's try and find this message from Wellaboy HD. How do I know what you're called? On Instagram. I've got loads of... I don't know which... Oh, Liam Weller. I'm guessing Wellaboy HD is Liam Weller. Oh, blimey. This is a really long... Loads of screenshots. I don't know if this is going to be too interesting to everyone else. But you did do a super chat. But wildcard or -8. The -8 is fine, to be fair. It's similar to what I'm doing. So yeah, Liam Weller boy HD. Go for the -8 rather than the wildcard, I think. But yeah, that's not really interesting to anyone else, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much on stream. I don't think that'll be fair. But anyway, back to other FPL stuff. Sophie says, sorry to hear about your week. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's fine. Someone says, should we talk about can you show us your cup opponent? All right, we can have a look at him. My cup, or her. The cup opponent that I have played their free hit last game week, so I know that they are active. So they are an active player. They played an okay free hit, but the game week before that, I kind of look at them. They look at their base team, and unless they're wildcarding, that's not a lot of doubles. How many double game weeks is that? Martinez and Grealish, who are kind of a bit risky. Chilwell, yeah, okay. Justin is okay. Mane, and then that's it. There's no other doubles there. So, I've kind of been a bit lucky here, I think, because I don't think this guy is even considered the double game week with his planning. I don't think he's planned very well for the double game week, to be honest. I don't think he's planned very well at all. So, unless he's playing a wild card, I think he's in trouble. I think I might beat him. Well, I hope I will beat him. So anyway, that's my cup opponent. I have a degree of confidence there. And I think rightfully so. Anyway, let's put the screen back on my team. My team for the week. Regarve says Sterling as a differential captain. Thank you very much for the super chat. No, I don't think so. You could do him. But I don't know. I'm not fully convinced. Just why? You know, if Sterling gets 10 points, then that's great. But you know, if De Bruyne gets 10 points as well, then you've not really gained anything other than getting the same result with a higher risk. Anyway, Antony Mercurius says, how can I become a member? There should be a button that says join next to the subscribe button. And that's how you join as a member. You might have to do it on, I don't know if you're on phone, you might have to do it on Google Chrome or Safari, depending on what your phone has, if you're on mobile. On desktop, it should be really easy. There should just be a join button next to the subscribe button. But if you're on mobile, you might have to go on Safari or Google Chrome, YouTube page. Anyway. Let's talk about some differential captains, and then we'll talk about triple captains again, because I did say I would talk about them again. Dan Cross says, my opponent didn't play free hit and I only beat him by 3 points last week. Oh, lucky boy. Well played though. Well played. Got another super chat. We will talk about captains soon, don't worry. Any news on the possibility of Southampton versus Leeds in Gameweek 19 going ahead? That's not going to go ahead, no chance, because Southampton have got a fixture in this game week, haven't they? They play their FA Cup match in where that Southampton versus Leeds game would have been played. Southampton now play Shrewsbury. Is it Shrewsbury? No, Stockport. I can't remember who they play now. I've completely blanked. But no, I don't know. Leeds versus Southampton, not going to happen this game week. Could be rescheduled for game week 22, game week 23, something like that. Which is a lot of the reason why I'm actually not fully depressed about my Leeds players. Start Bowen or Bamford? Start Bowen for the double game week. May as well. AHZ says, are you using any chip? I'm not going to be using any chips. I planned for this, so I didn't have to use any chips, which hasn't gone 100% correctly, but it seems to be okay still. Mohammed Jassim just said at Let's Talk FPL. You're on the wrong stream, mate. This is FPL, mate. It's FPL, mate. It's Let's Talk FPL's younger, hipper, and cooler cousin. That's not true at all, by the way. Daniel Sheeran says, don't have Spurs players. Should I be worried? Not really. They don't have a double game week, so it's one of those game weeks, rare game weeks, where it's not so worrying to not have Spurs players. I'd be a little bit worried, as always, but yeah, nothing to stress yourself out about, for sure. For shizzle. Anyway, triple captains. Let's talk about them again. I'm going to have to talk about it all over again. So, in my mind, when you're using your triple captain chip, use it on a safe player. We're talking in this game week, the safe players to use your triple captain on are Salah, Fernandes, De Bruyne, as you see on screen, who I've got, and then Mane as well would be the fourth player I would consider the triple captain chip on. The triple captain chip is the differential. You don't need to pick a differential triple captain because you already have the differential in the triple captain. The differential is you getting the third times points on your captain. That's the differential. So don't worry about picking a weird player. You can do. It's super risky. I'm not going to recommend it. If you want to do it, go for it. You're not going to get any affirmation from me for it. I'm not going to endorse it. If you want to do it, fine. So you're looking at Salah, Mane from Liverpool, Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United, and De Bruyne at Man City. Those are the four big triple captain options, right? We look at Salah and Mane. We look at their fixtures. Manchester United at home, Burnley at home. Pretty nice, but Liverpool have been in poor form. They're not scoring a lot of goals. Let's look at Liverpool's recent fixtures. I mean, look at Salah's recent scores, for example. 3 blanks in a row. They've not scored more than 1 goal in any of their last 3 games. Even before that. You know, fair enough that's that Tottenham game, but Fulham, they only scored 1 goal in. So we go back a fair few weeks and Liverpool have been out of form. So that scares me a little bit. Plus, is it going to be Salah performing? Is it going to be Mane performing? We don't know. You could do it, but it's risky. I would want to see Salah in a fine vein of form if I was going to triple captain him. That's for sure. I mean, Newcastle, they played here. Newcastle have been awful. And Liverpool couldn't break them down. Somehow. West Brom, it's not good. And Southampton looked the better team against them. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't impressive for Liverpool. I'm sure Liverpool fans are pretty disappointed with the results recently and the performances. So that's why that's a risk. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're triple captain and a Liverpool player, why not wait until they're in slightly better form? There will be future Liverpool game weeks where they play double game weeks. They will have more double game weeks, and they might be in better form in those double game weeks, which might make you a little bit more confident. Manchester United, Liverpool away, Fulham away. Now, Fulham are not conceding any goals, really. They're really doing well in defence. They're not a whipping boy at all. Liverpool, okay, they've not been scoring a lot of goals, but they've not been conceding a lot of goals either. So that's 2 kind of difficult defences for Bruno Fernandes to crack there. So that's a case of not ideal fixtures. When you're thinking about, am I going to have a player in the future who has better fixtures on a double than Liverpool away and Fulham away? Absolutely 100% yes. There will be another double game week in the future where your premium player will have better fixtures than Liverpool away and Fulham away. Those are not good fixtures. And we go to De Bruyne, who is my current captain. He's the player I'd probably be most confident. Like someone mentioned earlier, tiny chance of him being rotated. I don't think it's going to happen personally, but there's a chance. That's not really something I would consider. But Crystal Palace at home, Aston Villa at home. Aston Villa sort of plagued with COVID. Could be actually okay. Crystal Palace is you never know what you're going to get with Crystal Palace. Real mixed bag there. You know, they turn it on sometimes, they turn it off other times. We don't know what's going to happen there. So these fixtures are probably pretty good. I quite like the look of these fixtures, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, both at home. However, Manchester City are not scoring a lot of goals. Look at how many goals they're scoring. 1 against Brighton. Chelsea, an outlier here, because if we go back, the terrible Newcastle, they only scored 2. Southampton once, West Brom once, Manchester United 0 times, Fulham okay 2, and Burnley 5 times. So it was a little bit better. We thought it was going to look really good. It was starting to pick up a little bit, but then we kind of see Manchester City not scoring a lot of goals like they were at the start of the season. Defensively, fantastically, but they're being a bit more pragmatic. Maybe you could say that they should have scored a few more goals, to be fair, Manchester City. In recent games, they have been creating a lot of chances, but just perhaps not finishing off as many as they should have. So in that sense, we're kind of saying, okay, De Bruyne is the most likely player I would like to captain. He's kind of why I'm captaining him, for sure. But triple captain, I was kind of saying earlier, it's stick or twist. It's stick or twist. Do you take the risk that in the future there's going to be another double game week where your premium player is in good form and has good double game week fixtures? I think we've still got plenty of double game weeks to go. There is every chance that there will be a double game week in the future that I really, really like the look of a triple captain, more so than I do now. And I'm not fully convinced by the ones on offer. I'm most convinced by De Bruyne for a triple captain, but I'm not 100% convinced by it. I mean, I don't even need to be. You don't need to be 100% convinced by it. You need to be sort of like really, really passionate about your captain in a given game week. If you're really 100%, oh, I'm feeling good about this captain, then go for a triple captain. Go for it. I'm not saying don't triple captain this game week. I think it could pay off. It really, really could pay off. Far more likely to pay off this week than in other game weeks. That's for sure. This is the best chance of a triple captain you've had so far this season. Best chance. But do you stick or twist? Do you bet that there'll be a better game week in the future? I'm going to be doing that bet, but you don't have to. So that's that situation. Hopefully that answers all of your triple captain questions. And then we'll talk about a couple of super chats, by the way. No messages, but Araya and Ruben Jarvis. Thank you very much for super chats, guys. I really do appreciate that. In terms of differential captains, there are some options. Now, the differential captains I would probably be most looking at are, I guess, a Man City defender sounds quite nice. Cancelo or Diaz. Probably not Stones. Cancelo, Crystal Palace at home, Aston Villa at home, clean sheet record on point. Look at these clean sheets, man. So many. So many. His attacking output is fantastic, even though he hasn't had any returns. He's certainly due returns, that's for sure. But also, 90 minutes. All but one game. So people always say, is Cancelo going to be starting both games? I think he's a risk this week. I don't know if Cancelo's going to start both games. He has started and played 90 minutes in every single game week other than game week 10, and he wasn't even fit. He was injured in game week 2, 3 and 4. The only game week he hasn't played the full 90 minutes this whole season was one game week at home against Burnley. Only once. He's only missed one game when fit this whole season. And 90 minutes in every game. You can see how important he is to the team, to the tactics of the team. Super, super important. So he plays both games, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think he's suddenly a risk now. There's a chance. But it's not a risk worth considering, in my opinion. That's kind of all I would say there. That's all I would say. So Cancelo is a good differential captain, I guess. Maybe Diaz. It's weird to have a defender, though, isn't it? Araya says, bench Justin so foul for 4-5-1, or bench Barnes and Soucek and go 5-4-1. Don't bench... Wait, can we do something differently? Can we play Sofao and Soucek? I would play Soucek and Sofao, and I would bench Barnes and Justin. That's what I'd do, if that's a possibility. Sofao and Soucek look like the best options there. Derek Collins says, hey man, hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I mean, it's been a stressful week with FPL and my phone breaking and my house move falling through, but overall, I am picking myself up, ready for some FPL. Get back in the game. We like it. Anyway, thank you very much for the super chats, guys. Let's talk about some more differential captains. Sofao is a differential captain. I do really like the look of the West Ham fixtures. I think there could be 2 clean sheets on their way there. So, fine as a differential there. Interesting differential captain could be like a Son or a Kane. That's kind of really interesting because no one's going to be captaining Son or Kane because they've got single game weeks. And yet, Sheffield United is not a bad game to be playing. It's kind of a risky one. And, you know, it's a weird one to be going for given the circumstances. But you're asking me for differential captains, not sensible captains. If you want a sensible captain, De Bruyne, Fernandes, Salah, Mane. Don't think outside of that. I'm not going to be thinking outside of that. But if you want some silly differentials, then yeah, Son or Kane you could go for. Sofao, I quite like the look of as a weird differential captain. Cancelo, Diaz could be nice. Sterling, maybe. Wouldn't be too confident about that. If you've got Mane, That could be a really nice differential captain. Really genuinely nice. Because he's pretty low owned as well. Really low owned. So that could be nice. And then you could go for a Chelsea player, I guess. But I wouldn't know who. Chilwell? Maybe. Werner? Maybe. Nothing fills me with confidence with Chelsea at the moment, if I'm honest. So yeah, there's some differentials for you. A few people saying Stoshek for a differential captain. Maybe. I don't know. The thing is, Stoshek is a marvellous player. You know, he's such a good FPL pick, Stoshek is. But he's a good FPL pick for his price. And that's the important distinction to make. He's not a good, you know, you get 8 points from Stoshek and you're like, yes, Stoshek, legend, 8 points. What an absolute hero. You get 8 points from De Bruyne and you think, oh, could have hoped for a little bit more, really. And that's kind of the point. Stoshek, if he gets an 8-pointer, you're happy with that. But if De Bruyne gets an 8-pointer, you think, oh, perhaps he could have got a few more points. And that tells you immediately that you expect De Bruyne to get more points. So you captain the player you think will get the most points. As simple as that. So yes, Stoshek, fabulous for his price. That's it. That's it. You know, premium players are premium for a reason. There's a reason why De Bruyne is more than double the price of Stoshek. Salah, more than double the price of Stoshek, etc., etc. So there you go. Maisie Joyce says Pulisic for Zaha as a differential. Yeah, actually, to be fair, I quite like that. Taking out Zaha, bringing in Pulisic, quite like that. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if I like Chelsea's fixtures. I can't remember. I've not actually studied Chelsea too much. I know. Yeah, they're okay, but not really for. You know, Wolves, Burnley, Tottenham, not ideal after that. But it's okay. But Sheffield United, Newcastle are quite nice, I guess. Chelsea got a real mixed bag of fixtures. I think they had their good run, really. So the other option is sort of Rashford. If you can push yourself to Rashford, maybe go for him. That's probably a bit more of a sensible option. But yeah, Maisie, you could go for Pulisic. I don't think that's a bad pick. As a differential, it's quite nice. Quite nice, to be fair. Lars Penshorn says, do you think it was worth it taking a -8 to bring in KDB and Stones? Only time will tell. If you took out single game week players and brought in double game week players from Manchester City, then there's all of the chance that you make up your points that you sacrifice. And going on, 3 really nice fixtures after for City could be worth it. That's one of those hits that could work out quite easily. Akmal Dan says, Watkins for Bamford, is he fit? We don't know 100% if he has COVID or not. I would just stick with Bamford, I think, personally. Bamford has a Newcastle next game week, and he's likely to get a double game week some point in the near future as well. So, Bamford is a player I'd be sticking with. Daniel Sheeran says, I missed just. Oh, is it? They're going out of order again. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Thank you for highlighting that for me. I think I've got all the other ones. Let's just double check. I think we're good. Okay, Daniel Sheeran, another minus hit for Stones or Sofal instead of Kyle Walker-Peters. Yeah, to be fair, I like that. And you know why I like that, Daniel? I like it because Southampton don't have great fixtures going forward either. And they'll have this rescheduled double against Leeds, but Leeds score goals. So as a defender, do you really want a Southampton defender right now? I don't think you do. I don't think you want a Southampton defender right now. I think that their time has maybe passed. Now, they've been really good in defence, to be fair. But there has been a fixture swing. And when you're looking at defenders, you really want to focus on fixtures quite a lot. So, yeah, Stones, fabulous. So fabulous, maybe more short-term. Stones would probably be the one I'd be more confident in. A bit more solid, I suppose. So yeah, there you go. Sorry, Daniel, for not seeing that super chat straight away. And then we got Araya that says, I can play Soshek and Sofal, but got to pick one from Justin and Barnes. Who's likely to get the better haul? In that one, I would back the attacker. So Soucek plays, Sofal plays, and then Barnes would be the third player I'd play out that. Out of Justin and Barnes, there's a chance Justin doesn't play one of the games maybe. There's a chance. The fixtures aren't amazing for defence. They're okay though. But Barnes, you kind of, I guess you back the attacker and you go for Harvey Barnes. This is Harvey Barnes, right? Not Ashley Barnes. If it's Ashley Barnes, go for Justin. If it's Harvey Barnes, go for Harvey Barnes. Yeah. Deep Kundu says, thoughts on Watkins? He's got good fixtures. He has. I mean, well, Man City's not a great fixture, but yeah, the Newcastle fixture is fabulous for an attacking player. Yeah, really nice. It's going to depend on the COVID situation. I mean, the chances of Watkins having COVID is pretty low. The chances of him being okay by the time we get to their first game, they don't play their first game for another like 4 days. That's pretty good for Aston Villa. Their COVID outbreak was like 10 days ago now, maybe more. The fixtures have been scheduled in a way that hopefully the majority of the Aston Villa team are going to be ready to go. So Watkins looks pretty good to me. Tanav Gupta says Soucek for Bowen, Stones for Bernardo, and Sofal for Taylor. Is your spacebar broken, dude? Soucek for Bowen seems sideways. Stones for Bernardo looks good. Sofal for Taylor looks good. But yeah, I don't know. Like I keep saying, taking out a double game week player and replacing him with another double game week player is not really a good idea, particularly if we're taking hits to do this. You know, if you're taking hits, make sure you're taking hits to take out single game week players and replace them with double game week players. No other situation. No doubles for doubles. No singles for singles. No, definitely no taking out doubles and putting in singles. Believe me, definitely don't want to be doing that. But yeah, that's the kind of situation I want to be taking hits for. Lots of final questions here, guys. Leaving it really late for these questions. Like, you guys are crazy. I mean, I like to wrap my transfers and selection in a little bit earlier than 5 minutes before deadline. Crazy, guys. Because we are 5 minutes. Well, in fact, no, we're now 4 minutes to deadline. By the time my voice reaches you right now, it's going to be like 3 minutes to deadline because we've got a slight chat lag. So, yeah, guys, make sure you have set your teams now. Like, you know, questions to me, we'll do quick fire in a second. But make sure you've set your teams. Make sure your benching is in order. Make sure your captain's set. Make sure everything is confirmed. Go do that right now. I know a few people who have forgotten to do this last minute. Make sure you've got this sorted right now. And then let's do some real quick fire questions, and hopefully this will work. Dan Cross says spacebar not broken. You have a character limit on Super Chat depending on how much you donate. I didn't know it was depending on how much you donate. The character limit. That's crazy. That's so funny. Okay. Should I triple captain this week? That's up to you. It's risky, but I think there could be better options in the future. Dan, what's your normal day job? I work as a IT admin / graphic design guy. Antonio for captain, really risky. I prefer Soucek over Rafinha. So do I. Ailing to Chilwell worth a -4. Probably not. Should I go 3 West Ham? Yes. Should I triple captain Creswell? No. Captain Salah, Sterling or KDB? Captain KDB. Bruno or KDB captain, please help. Go for KDB. Leon King says Dallas to Sofal for a hit. Yes, do that. Toko El Tabay says, should I bench boost Johnston, Rafinha, Cole, Peters, Adams, or is it not worth it? Yes, it's potentially worth it. I do think that could be worth it. So check El Ghazi or Foden. Go for El Ghazi. Oh, no, actually, no, they're all good. They're all good. No right answer there. El Ghazi or Foden, though, probably if you're talking about transfers. Smith Rowe or Adams. Go for... Oh, I don't know. Too hard. Are you triple captaining? No, I'm not. Salah or KDB captain? Go for KDB. Who's the best midfielder under 6.1 million? That's too hard of a question to answer at this little time to go. Ziyech or Pulisic? Go for Pulisic. Best defender under 5 million? Go for John Stones. De Bruyne triple captain? Yes, go for it if you fancy it. Salah or Fernandes captain? Go for Salah. Soucek or KDB captain? Definitely KDB. 3 minutes to deadline, guys. Thank you very much to the Scrambler for reminding us. Cancelo triple captain? No, I would not advise that. Triple captain KDB if no player on the bench? Yeah, go for it. Megdeep Roy says, give me money. Absolutely not. Holding for Reece James, maybe. Play Wilson or Bamford. Play Bamford. Dan, what's your... God, they're going too fast. They're going too fast. I'm sorry, guys. Are you triple captaining? No. Triple captain KDB. Fine. If you want to go for it, go for it. Start Johnson or McCarthy. Start McCarthy. KDB for -8 and no Son. Maybe. Triple captain Giroud or Bernardo Silva. Neither of those. Vardy or Salah captain. Go for Salah. Wilson over Antonio. Probably not. Probably Antonio over Wilson. Dallas or Tierney. Dallas, maybe. Yeah, probably Dallas. Martial fit. I think Martial is fit. Start Rafinha or Bamford. Start Bamford. Do I triple captain Salah? Maybe. I'm not sure. Mane to KDB for -4. Definitely not. Neto or Soucek with -4. Probably, maybe. Dyer or Creswell. Go for Creswell. Soucek or Salah captain. Go for Salah. No Soucek captains. I mean, I'm not going to recommend it. If you want to do it, do it. But I'm not going to recommend it. Salah triple captain. Yeah, fine. Antonio, Captain Antonio, really risky. Che Adams or Wilson. Go for Wilson because of the double game week. Diaz captain. Yeah, you could do differential, but there's better options out there. Dan Cross says, whatever you do, don't captain Morpay. Absolutely correct there. How many minutes does KDB get? I would say he gets at least 150 minutes. Cavani, Grealish, Antonio, or Rashford. That's, yeah, we're too close to deadline for questions of that detail. Triple captain Mane. Yeah, go for it if you fancy it. Stop calling me Let's Talk FPL, please. Julian Grealish says, Salah or Bruno captain. Who do I pick? Go for Salah. You're not bench boosting? No, I'm not. Dyer or Rafinha. Go for Dyer in this game week. Gregory O'Keefe says, good luck. Secret Squirrel says, Zuma to Stones for -4. Nope. And the deadline's passed, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sahil Chaudhry says, haha, this is fun. Yeah, it's fun for my vocal cords. Oh, I think we answered a few questions there, didn't we? In the last minutes. But there we go, guys. The deadline's passed. The double game week is afoot. Are you excited as I am? I hope you are. I hope you are. Yeah. This is good. This is good, guys. So, I mean, let's first of all do the thing we always do. Sophie Watts and breathe. Yeah, thank God. Yeah, let's do what we always do, and we'll say, who, guys, did you captain this game week? Who do you put in the chat? Just only type your captain once, but put in the chat your captain of this game week. Who did you go for in the end? And let's see what the FPL mate chat. Who are you going for this game week? Who are you going for? And then perhaps we'll do a couple of personal questions. And a quick reminder, guys, if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing, because take a breath, Dan, you're gonna have a stroke. Yeah, man, I know. So yeah, we're getting kind of close to. We're on over 49,000 subscribers now. We could get 50,000 subscribers pretty soon. So yeah, if you are new, please do subscribe. I want to get. It's my 1 year on YouTube on the 30th of January. So if I hit 50,000 subscribers within 1 year of being on YouTube, that would be insane. That would be insane. But anyway, the captains are rolling in on the chat now. So let's have a look. Right. KDB, Salah KDB, lots KDB, triple captain, De Bruyne KDB, or lots of KDBs, you know. Salah, we've got sprinklings of Salah and Bruno. But we're mostly looking at KDBs, particularly a few KDBs triples, which is completely makes sense. Creswell captain there. Tammy Abraham captain there, I'm seeing. Few Salahs. Some jokers saying more pays. Some liars saying more pays. IHB, welcome to the FPL mate membership. Thank you very much for joining me as a member. Really appreciate that. Who else? We've got KDB, more KDBs. We've got Stones, Vardy. Interesting. Not really spoken about Vardy much as a captain, but I guess that could work. Mane triple captain. That's really interesting differential. I'm actually surprised I'm seeing a few Vardys in there, which is pretty cool. Sorry, my phone's going off. My proper phone is broken. I'm using my old phone, which doesn't do silent mode. My old phone that I'm using right now. So annoying. Triple captain Robertson. That's interesting. Tancro says 50k in 1 year. Absolutely crazy, mate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is mad. I started this FPL season on 1,000 subscribers, so it's so awesome. Yeah, So yeah, but that's the big goal. Since I made my first video, if we could do 50,000 subscribers in 1 year, that'd be awesome. But yeah, triple captain KDB, lots of triple captains on KDB. Don't blame you. I don't blame you for doing that. I mean, I didn't do it personally, but I don't blame you guys for doing that. Fair play. Fair play. Societe captain, yeah, okay. I see where it's coming from. Where you're coming from. Took a punt on Antonio. Yeah, interesting. Bruno. Hoping Bruno doesn't take a yellow versus Liverpool. Me too. Triple Blue says, you're my daddy, and I couldn't agree more. Robertson captain. Antonio triple captain. Now, that's interesting. Percy Tau. Get out of here. Get out of here. Zian says, how's the cup going? Pretty good so far. I think I'm going to get through this game week as well. Unless the guy plays a wild card. Martial starting? I think so. Thomas Sheen, the cocktail fanatic, says, how do I become a moderator? I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know the answer to that question. I guess I usually pick people as mods who are, I see regularly in the chat being really helpful, kind of answering people's questions and trying to be helpful in any way they can. You know, they deserve to be moderator if they're being really helpful. Might actually need another moderator soon. Societe captain, Bernardo Silva, Percy Tau. Why so many people captain Percy Tau? That's got to be a lie. Is it because he's called Percy? Percy's a funny name, let's be honest. Ben Professor says, come to Australia. Well, not in the current pandemic. You don't want me bringing our British COVID over to Australia. Yeah, loads of De Bruyne's captains here. I think that's going to be the popular one this game week, isn't it? If you've got De Bruyne, which not everyone does, to be fair. Really good captain to be going for. So yeah, fair play, guys. Fair play. But yeah, interesting. A couple of Salahs, couple of Brunos, couple of Vardys. Interesting. So yeah, Cancelo's as well. Yeah, interesting guys. But I think, yeah, KDB is the popular one today, isn't he? He's the popular one. So KDB is going to be the one that most people have, and I guess anyone who's not KDB is actually going to end up being a little bit of a differential, you know. Even Salah could be a bit of a differential. Bruno Fernandes could be a little bit of a differential, you know. And then outside of that, you are a proper differential. But Biter says, has anyone told you look like Luke Ayling? Yeah. Yes, they have. There used to be a running joke at the beginning of the season. The Luke Ayling thing. Because he was in my FPL team as well. Triple captain Timo Werner. That's weird. But, I mean, fair play. Go for it, man. Like, yeah. Mega Deep Roy, British COVID. Ha ha ha. I know. Simon Oakland says, do we know which Villa players are likely to be affected by COVID? Yeah, unfortunately not. No, we don't have a clue. We don't have a Scooby-Doo. I wish we did know. Make things a lot easier, wouldn't it? I captained Salah because no one else did. Yeah, it seems like not that many people did. I bench boost, not realising you can't bench boost the same game week. Oh, as a wild card, I'm guessing. James Beacock says, Percy Tau is a legend Brighton fan here. Yeah, he's been a career mode legend for me on FIFA. I've bought him so many times on... He was always a free transfer on FIFA, so I've bought him a couple of times. Sophie Watts says, do you get a new emoji at 50k subs? Who will you go for? No, the emojis are done by channel members. So the more channel members that we have, the more emojis we have. But it goes up logarithmically. So the next emoji we unlock is we need like another... I think we need another 15 members on the channel. Rishev Banwari, cheers, Dan, I'm out. See you later, mate. Have a good one. Good luck this game week. Yeah, we need like 15 more members to have another emoji. I think if we have another emoji, we'll pick another player. I don't know what player though. We kind of got to think of someone interesting, someone who's kind of related to the channel a little bit. Maybe we'll go for Cancelo because we do like Cancelo here on FPL, mate, don't we? So far, maybe we like him. Or maybe we choose someone boring like, you know, Bruno Fernandes, Salah, like standard, Heung-min Son. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, not sure what emoji. But you know, I had to put more players emoji in this game week. I had to do it. FPL Giant. How is Percy how is Percy a funny name? How is Percy not a funny name? It is a hilarious name. Hello, my name's Percy. It's got this sort of very 19th century, I don't know, like British nobleman called Percy. That's what I picture in my head. It's a funny name, and if you disagree, you're wrong, because Percy is a funny name. Deary me. Deep Kundu finally got rid of Ailings for Stones. Yeah, I don't blame you. I got rid of Ailing a few game weeks ago, several game weeks ago. He just, Leeds not keeping clean sheets. Stones, on the other hand, you're looking good with Stones. Deep Kundu, you're looking good there. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. The Super Gamer 567. I triple captain Timo Werner this week. I'm a genius. You could be right. A few people telling me I've missed. You missed the triple captain De Bruyne. You forgot to triple captain De Bruyne. That's very intentional. Dan Cross, isn't Percy a train in Thomas the Tank Engine? Yes, he is the little nerdy green one that follows Thomas around. It's like a funny, nerdy, posh British name. Really British name. So yes, it is a hilarious name. Thank you, Dan Cross. Ethan Fernandez says, I'm down for the new mod recruitment. Yeah, okay, we'll think about it, Ethan. The most thing I'm looking for with mods really is answering other people's questions rather than asking questions, if that makes sense. So, yeah, someone who, if you're like just helpful in the stream, like, because obviously there's loads of questions and I can't always answer all of them. It's frustrating. I wish I could answer everyone, but I can't. And, Dan Cross, Moldy have been super good and helpful at answering people's questions and telling people to like the stream, telling people how to join as a channel member, and answering general questions, who's fit, who's not fit. I've just found them absolute stars. So yeah. Aussie Last says, wasn't the green train always angry? No, that wasn't Percy. Percy was the little green one, right? I'm sure. Mort TTL, thank you very much for becoming a member. I see you're enjoying the more pay emoji already, and I don't blame you either. Guys, I'll think about mods. I'm not going to make anyone a mod right now. I'm not going to do it right now. But I know, obviously, guys, I know who in the chat is active and stuff like that. So, yeah, I know who's active. I keep an eye on the chat. I know who the regulars are. So, yeah, we'll definitely make someone else a mod soon. But, this is not, it's not really something you should want. It's a job that you don't get paid for. Maybe some people like being mods. Anderson said, why do you not talk about 4 yellow card players like Fernandez, which is very important? I don't think it's super important. Like Fernandez, he's just, there's only two more games until it resets itself anyway. So he only needs to avoid getting a yellow card in 2 games. That's not really that much of a big deal. I think it's 2 games anyway. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. I think it's 2. So, yeah, if he gets 1 more yellow card, he doesn't play anymore. But surely that just means he's hopefully gets less yellow cards because he's being more careful. I think it goes both ways. I don't think there's too much... yeah. I don't think it's worth worrying about. Dan Cross says, I try to answer any questions while I'm at it, but generally I'll answer fact questions because ultimately you guys are here to see Dan's ability. Yeah, but that's what I really appreciate. Like you, Dan Cross, you do a fantastic job as a mod here. It really is good. And Nathan Cahill says, how many subscribers do you have? How close are you to 50k? I know I'm not much further than 49k. Barely above 49k, but we can have a look. Yeah, we're at 49k and 33. So we're still miles off, really. 967 subscribers I need. So yeah, we're miles off. But I mean, we've got how many days until the 30th? We've got 2 weeks. So 2 weeks to get 967 subscribers. It's going to be difficult, but I think it's possible. Andy stream watchers incoming. Yeah, this is how it always goes, doesn't it? Everyone, when Andy finishes streaming, we come over to FPL Mate. But you know what? That's fine. If you're trickling over to FPL Mate, and it means that maybe next time you'll choose to watch this stream instead, then that's awesome. Maybe you like it here. I don't know. Maybe you like it here. I don't know. Dylan Williams says, welcome to FPL Mate, where we talk about Thomas the Tank. Well, why not? So, you know what? Thomas the Tank Engine was my absolute favourite TV show as a kid. And when I was like, I don't know, like three years old, my mum used to, as a party trick, my mum would like introduce me to her friends or whatever. And she would put me in front of her friends and line up a bunch of Thomas the Tank Engine toys, and I would be able to name every single one of them. But it's even more interesting is that there's a few cases in Thomas the Tank Engine where two trains look identical to one another, other than they have like tiny writing on the side or slightly different faces or something like that. But as a 3-year-old, apparently I knew the difference between Bill and Ben, that was it, the twin trains, and there was a few other instances like that. And apparently even the twin trains I knew. And that was my party trick, to know the names of Thomas the Tank Engine trains. If you asked me today name that Thomas the Tank Engine train, probably wouldn't do very good. I could do Thomas, I could do Percy, I could do Gordon. I'd have a go at Gordon, don't worry. Bill and Ben I'd probably smash. Was there one called Travis? Harold the Helicopter? Bloody hell, I actually remember more than I thought I did. Let's stop talking about... Let's stop talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. Ridiculous. Tahir says, hey Dan, how do I become a YouTube member? Big up the Fat Controller as well, yeah. How do you become a member? A channel member, you can do that by... There's a button that says join next to the subscribe button on desktop. You might have to go... to like Safari or Google Chrome if you're on mobile to find the join button, but you will find it. You look hard enough. Stavin says, you are weird, mate. Yes, I am. Hello, Andy. You are better than Dan. Thank you. Yeah, I know. Me, Andy. I am better than Dan as Andy. You troll. Dominic Shaw, I start watching a bit late. Sorry, I've bench boosted. There's more teams are double now. The more late in the season. I've missed something. No, I've not really missed anything. I think there's a good shout to be bench boosting depending on your team. Matt Warden said, I love Antonio. So do I, man. I'll never forget the week I transferred him in and he got 26 points. It's insane. Absolutely insane. His army says, morning Dan, just an honest opinion, you're a much better YouTuber. I'm not going to get into who's the better YouTuber. It's up to the individual. You know, some people prefer some YouTubers, some prefer others. It's not a competition as far as I'm concerned. It's all good fun, and if you like it around here, then excellent. I'm really glad. Nathan Cahill says, I just subscribed, only 966 to go. Yeah, nice one, man. Thank you. Anyone who can subscribe and help me get towards 50k, that is awesome. Joshy boy, thank you very much for the super chat. Cancelo is brought into my team at last. Good. David Jobling says, you're right, Dan. Just wanted to say, I think you're a legend. I sound like I'm blowing my own trumpet here with reading these comments, but thank you. Thank you, David. Matt Warden says PlayStation or Xbox. Now, these are the questions we are here for. That's what we're here for. PlayStation or Xbox. I'm an Xbox man, personally. For the last generation, I had both an Xbox One and a PS4 because I'm really kind of into my games. But when it came to this new generation, and which one was I going to buy? Was I going to buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X? Dude, straight on the Xbox Series X. I really do prefer the console. I prefer the dashboard. I prefer the community aspect to it. I like the specs on the console are a little bit better as well. So, as a gamer nerd, well, console nerd anyway, I do prefer Xbox. But that's not to say they're not both great. There's not much in it these days. But Xbox is the one. A lot of people... I know a lot of you guys are going to be PlayStation gang. I know PlayStation is probably the more popular console. Particularly among football fans. I find football fans, generally speaking, prefer PlayStation to Xbox. But, yeah, I do prefer Xbox. Yeah. I think everyone here is saying Xbox, saying PlayStation. Sorry, a few people are saying PC, but that wasn't in the part of the question, so you can't say PC. Indraji says, "When's the wedding, Dan?" Well, hopefully, assuming that COVID calms down, our wedding is planned for September I should probably remember this. September the 3rd of this year, but who knows what the situation's going to be at the end of the year. Danford David said, "I guess they come here for the banter, and he only talks FPL." Maybe. I like the banter though. That's kind of why I named my channel FPL Mate, because it's I want to be kind of I want to talk to you guys as if like we're just mates and we're just chatting about random stuff, and that's absolutely fine. Like that's what I like. Whereas Let's Talk FPL, he talks FPL. That's why he's called Let's Talk FPL. So different channels, different opinions. Like, everyone's slightly different. My phone is going mental. I'm chucking it over. Apparently I'm chucking my phone on the floor. Mahit Savant says you should do general vlogs. Yeah, I mean, I've done this kind of stuff before. Right now I don't have time to do anything other than the FPL stuff. But I like doing the FPL stuff. I really do. Macca plays, do you ever look at other squads in your league? Yeah, 100%, dude. Adam Pierce, shout out to the Xbox gang. Yes, boy. Ethan Fernandez, PC any day. Joshy boy is a PlayStation. Okay, fair enough. Fingers crossed for your wedding taking place. Yeah, man, really. Simon Logan says, narrow escape there, Dan. Hope he isn't listening. Well, he has me blocks on every platform, so I'm sure he's not listening. Don't worry about that. Fernando Valdez, Xbox gang. Yes! Sophie Watts, yeah, the banter aspect here is awesome. I like it. I enjoy it. It's really something I enjoy. I like just chatting with you guys, like in general, like just about random stuff. Obviously, we like to focus on FPL first. That's what we're here for. We're all here because of our shared interest for FPL, but that doesn't mean we don't have other things in common that we can talk about. FPL Giant, will you post wedding pics on Twitter? Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. Deep can do iPhone or Android? Definitely iPhone. Danford Davis says, do you watch Nathan Bacon? Yeah, I really like Nathan Bacon because he kind of has this, he has this comedy, aspect to his videos where he wants to entertain. He puts a lot of work into his videos. He wants to make them entertaining. And it's not just about FPL, it's also about making you laugh, making you smile along the way. And I really, really appreciate that from Nathan. He's really, he's a good YouTuber. He's going on to big things. And you know what? If his humour wasn't so British centric, he would definitely be bigger than me. 100%. I think anyway. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Do you watch any other FPL YouTubers? Yeah, I do. I'm going to hopefully doing some collabs in the near future as well with other FPL YouTubers. There you go. Brooklyn 99, your favourite? I don't know if it's my favourite. I like Brooklyn 99 though. Is there beef in the... no, let's not talk about that. Next emoji is Zaha's neck tattoos. Just the tattoos. Now that would be funny. Messi or Ronaldo? I've always preferred Ronaldo, but I don't know. PC is the differential console, just like more pay. Yeah, but we know what happened with more pay. iPhone over Android, unsubscribed. I hope that's a joke. Everyone has an iPhone, man. You know what? My iPhone just broke though, so... Why are you wearing a hat indoors? Because I haven't had a haircut in so long. Because of I don't know. I don't really like getting a COVID haircut. It's really, I don't know. It doesn't quite sit right with me. I'll do it now and again if I have to, but I just haven't had a haircut in a while, and my hair looks very messy. Simon says, "How many years have you played FPL for?" I think like maybe 7 or 8 years, I would guess. Oh my god, my poverty setup. Let me show you this, guys, by the way. I'm sure I've shown you guys this before, but let me show you again. This is my setup. Oh, can I? Oh, let's try and grab this camera. This is risky. This is a little bit risky, isn't it? You're going to see how bad my YouTube setup is. It is dreadful. Oh, this camera doesn't go very far. So basically, hopefully you can still hear me. I've got a laptop there and a light box with a t-shirt over the top of it on a tiny desk with my blackcurrant squash, of course, as standard. So just to give you an idea of how terrible my YouTube setup is. I mean, at least I've got a microphone and a decent webcam and a light box, but it's not exactly high tech. Now I've messed up my camera, haven't I? Stupid of me. Right, there we go. Wee. 8 years long. I don't know, because you kind of grow up with FPL, don't you? I don't know. It's just I don't know. David Jobling, everyone's super chat. He needs a new setup. It's not that. It's because I want. Well, I'm trying to save money to move house, because the priority is to move house. Right now, I'm set up in my bedroom. I've got to kick my fiance out of bed in the morning and, you know, kick her out the room to do these streams. The priority is moving house, and unfortunately, the house move that was going to happen fell through. Really frustrating, because we were all set there. We're going to be moving house. There'll be, like, you know, a second bedroom that I can have like a little office in and do these videos in. And, you know, as soon as there's space, there's room for a decent setup. You know, I can start having multiple monitors. I can have, you know, lights further away from my face. I can, you know, like, set things up like actually how I want it, which I can't really, because there's just not room. So it's not that I can't afford it, but, you know, I need the space. That's the real problem. Anyway, Stavin says, what's your favourite movie? And that's a question I'm very happy to answer, because I do have a favourite movie, and that is Interstellar. And I don't know if you guys have watched the Christopher Nolan film Interstellar with the space stuff. I'm into the space stuff, so yeah, I really like that. What's your McDonald's order? Well, I don't eat beef, so it's pretty limited for McDonald's for me. I guess chicken nuggets. Either chicken nuggets and fries, or you know, sometimes I go for the 20 chicken nugget box. Just get that, and, you know, get some fries on the side. And I guess the other thing is the crispy chicken and bacon wrap. I like that one as well. But yeah, it's kind of limited. Screw the setup, man. Content source matters. Well, that's kind of what I'm riding on at the moment. You know, just making a lot of videos, and, you know, yeah. Inception is better than Interstellar. Well, yeah, I like Interstellar for its you know, its space and science aspects, though, because I'm a bit of a nerd like that. Stabin says, did you enjoy Tenet? Yeah, I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to lie to you, it confused me the first time around. Like, I couldn't quite follow it. I couldn't quite follow the plot, and then it was kind of like, okay, that's kind of the situation. Yeah, I get it. So, once you understand that Tenet, it's a really good film, but it's confusing. Dan Cross says chicken selects are better than nuggets. No, you heathen. How can you say that? Justin Chell says, had you seen Contact? It's an older space movie. Yeah, the 90s one with, I can't remember the actress's name. Yeah, but I have seen it. Yeah, really good film. The Martian with Matt Damon. Yeah, I quite like that as well. Epic Nick says, did you watch the Queen's Gambit? 10 out of 10 show for me. Yeah, man, I really like the Queen's Gambit. 89 Texas, the super chat. Oh, sorry, man. Oh, yeah, missed your live stream. How's life, man? All good. Look, it's been a bit of a stressful week. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to front it with you guys, because it's important we talk about things when things aren't going your way. The house move fell through. My phone broke. There's been loads and loads of, I've been had deadlines at work and stuff, so that's kind of been a bit messy. And FPL, my free hit went terribly. But that was last week. We're on a new week. It's Saturday now. It's the weekend. I'm going to chill out a bit, watch some football, play some Xbox. And we're going to try and book in some new house viewings, start again. It's an exciting time to be looking at new houses. Fair enough, our last one fell through, but we might find another one that's better. So, all good. Happy Dan, in general. Maisie Joyce, by the way, thank you for becoming a member. I missed that one as well. Yeah. A fillet of fish? What kind of... Oh my... I can't believe I'm hearing that people have a fillet of fish from McDonald's. The Prestige is an underrated Nolan film. Yeah, I like that one as well. I like Christopher Nolan films in general, to be honest. In fact, honestly, if you guys have not seen Christopher Nolan films yet, I would recommend just going and watching his entire back catalogue of films. There's so much gold there, and they're real thinkers as well. They're films that, sit with you. You'll be thinking about them, like, after the fact. They get in your head. And I think that's what I like about Christopher Nolan films. And then obviously you've got the Batman films as well, which don't have that same appeal, but they are still very good films for the Batman trilogy. Important question. And this is from Araya. Milk first or cereal? Right. The cereal. If anyone is putting milk in before the cereal, then you've got to be a psychopath. I'm sorry. What kind of psychopath eats a fillet of fish from McDonald's and then puts milk in before the cereal? God. Crazy. Hot Fuzz, anyone? I'm embarrassment on my moving on. It's uncultured. Yeah, that is an uncultured. That's an uncultured film. I'm not gonna lie. Top 3 Nolan movies. Number 1 is Interstellar. Oh, but after that, there's so many films I like. I like Tenet. I like the Batman trilogy. I like The Prestige. I don't know. After that, it's tough. But Interstellar is number 1. Right, I'm trying to get on Twitter, by the way. Why is Twitter not loading? Sorry, something went wrong. This is the thing. I need better computer. Twitter.com. Is it really that hard to load up Twitter? I'm trying to find out the team news. I'll do it on my phone. I'm gonna do it the old school way. The team news is not that interesting today. I don't know why I stayed on stream for so long. It's probably because I just like you guys. Insomnia by Nolan is so underrated. From 89 Tech there. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, dude. Yeah, it's to be honest, is it underrated? Yes, but I don't think it's in the top 3 Nolan films. I'm just gonna read out the teams. It's Wolves versus West Brom. I'm sure not many people are interested in West Brom, but Wolves. Who have we got? Okay, we've got. Oh, is that? You know what really annoys me about Wolves, and you guys would have seen this as well. Can I show you there? They always put the players in the wrong order. Like they've put Neto left wing back here because I don't know if this is like a tactic to try and confuse their opponents. Neto is not going to be playing at left wing back. But anyway, we've got Patricio in goal, Saiss, Cody and Bolly in defence there. Wing backs, I'm guessing, is Semedo and Adama. Unless Donker is playing centre back and Saiss is playing left wing back. Neves and Moutinho in midfield, and I'm guessing it's Fabio Silva and Neto up top. Johnston not starting. Oh, what? I missed that one. Button, the legend, the FPL bench legend himself, David Button, starts. Man, that's going to upset a lot of people. Well, not a lot of people, because I think the ownership of Johnston is fairly low. Right? Pretty low, as far as I'm aware. Let's have a look. Clubs, West Brom. More people probably own Button than they do Johnston. No, that's okay. That's not true. Oh wait, yes, it is true. So more people own Button than they do own Johnston. So Button is actually a good news, I guess, for most people. Joshua said, I was late to the stream. Did Dan end up playing the bench boost? No chips for me today. No chips. Marco Simonov says, I only put milk in first because I warm up my milk in the microwave. Oh my God. Fair enough. But there you go. There you go. Button is playing. So anyone who's on a bench boost and has Button, which I bet there's a few people with Button on their bench with a bench boost. That's hilarious. But no, apologies guys if you do have Johnson in your team, and I'm sure a few of you do have Johnson. Yeah, that sucks. You've been screwed over there. I'm sorry to hear that. Dancross says, I have Button on my bench. At least it covers Martinez if he has COVID. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, no. Dylan says, I bought Johnson this week for bench boost. Yeah, it's really unlucky. It's really unlucky. Milk first. Cereal gets too soggy with cereal first. How long are you leaving it between doing the cereal and the milk? The cereal goes in. The milk goes straight on. That's it. Done. You don't need to worry about things getting soggy. You're doing it within 5 seconds of each other. Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay. It looks like a few people did have Johnson. Sorry, guys. Yeah, maybe I was a bit flippant about that. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Commiserations. But, you know, it's not the end of the world. Johnson's likely going to come back in for the next game, and you'll still have points there. You'll still have points. Don't worry about it. Cup of tea or coffee in the morning for a drink. Cup of tea. Cup of tea for me. Who's better, more pay or Messi? Well, more pay is obviously better than Messi. Come on. Jack Ross says, "Who did you captain, mate?" I captain KDB. Let's just throw my team back on the screen. Since Twitter is not working today, annoyingly for me, anyway. But there you go, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. I think we've been streaming for an hour and a half, over an hour and a half, haven't we? I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do with my day. I'm going to watch the football. I don't know if I'll watch this first game because it's not exactly interesting. I don't have any FPL players in it. But, perhaps play some Xbox. Chill out for a bit. I've got some work to do for Fantasy Football Hub as well. I'm working with them on some stuff. So, yeah, okay. Right, thank you guys for watching today. Really, really been awesome to chat with you guys. Like I said, if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing because we are getting close to 50,000 subscribers. So please do consider the subscriptions. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the stream. There's been a lot of you guys, lots of super chats, which is really, really appreciated. Good luck in this double game week. I hope we're all going to smash it today. Or this week, I suppose. And yeah, I think I'll do a stream on Monday. I'll do another stream on Monday. So hopefully, guys, I'll catch you then. Video schedule, I'm not sure about. I need to plan that as well. So I don't know about videos, but I'll definitely see you on a stream on Monday. That'll be fun. So yeah. See you later, guys. Good luck this game week. Hope you guys absolutely smash it. And I'll see you on the next one. See you later, mates. Bye-bye.